His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received at Safriya Palace the Minister of Interior of Oman, Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, who greeted His Majesty upon his visit to the kingdom at the invitation of the Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. The Omani minister conveyed to His Majesty the King the greetings and appreciation of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq of Oman and his best wishes for Bahrain and its people for further development and prosperity under His Majesty's wise leadership. His Majesty expressed the kingdom's pride in its close fraternal ties and long-standing historical relations with Oman, which are growing stronger thanks to the shared commitment to strengthening and developing them in all fields. His Majesty welcomed the Omani minister and conveyed greetings and sincere wishes to His Majesty the Sultan of Oman for good health and happiness, and to the Omani people for continued progress and prosperity. His Majesty affirmed the importance of these fraternal visits, which enhance fruitful cooperation and coordination and joint fraternal work at all levels, especially in the fields of security, which achieves mutual benefit for the two brotherly countries and strengthens their long-standing fraternal relations. His Majesty also praised the leading role played by His Majesty the Sultan of Oman in supporting and developing bilateral relations and the development witnessed by Oman under His Majesty's leadership. The meeting discussed regional and international developments of mutual interest. The Omani minister expressed gratitude to His Majesty the King for the warm welcome and hospitality, and also expressed appreciation for His Majesty's efforts and keenness to strengthen the strong historic ties and consolidate cooperation between Bahrain and Oman. His Majesty the King of Malaysia Sultan Ibrahim ibn al-Marhum Sultan Iskandar was bid farewell by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa following the conclusion of His Majesty's state visit to Bahrain yesterday. During the visit, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa held talks with His Majesty the Malaysian King, which highlighted the deep-rooted ties between the two countries and affirmed their shared commitment to further boosting cooperation across various fields. The personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Governor of Muharraq, Salman bin Isa bin Hindi Al Minna'i, also bid farewell to His Majesty the Malaysian monarch. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa inaugurated the second phase of the Avenues Bahrain expansion project held under his patronage. His Royal Highness affirmed that the kingdom's expansion of development projects across various sectors embodies its success in achieving the kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness emphasized Bahrain's commitment to advancing visions and programs aimed at strengthening economic infrastructure and facilitating an environment that attracts investments. His Royal Highness toured the new extension, highlighting its blend of modern facilities and traditional Bahraini architecture. His Royal Highness commended the efforts of the project organizers, describing the project as a testament to the strength of the kingdom's development initiatives and programs. His Royal Highness stressed how projects like these demonstrate the strength of the kingdom's ambitious development plans and advance Bahrain's sustainable economic development efforts. His Royal Highness underscored the critical role of the private sector, emphasizing that partnerships with the private sector are essential to furthering the kingdom's sustainable development. His Royal Highness outlined the importance of strengthening Bahrain's economy through investment-friendly policies and a culture of entrepreneurship. His Royal Highness also highlighted the importance of expanding regional and international trade to achieve the kingdom's strategic goals. His Royal Highness affirmed that the kingdom's achievements reflect Team Bahrain's unwavering determination to drive national progress as their dedication continues to turn challenges into accomplishments. The second phase of the Avenues Bahrain expansion project represents an advancement in the size and diversity of the mall's facilities, adding 40,000 square meters of new leasable space, doubling total leasable area to 80,000 square meters. The expansion includes 244 retail units and new entertainment areas, including an ice skating rink and a supermarket. The expansion also includes an underground parking facility which can house approximately 1,300 vehicles. The western extension features distinctive areas including the Forum, Grand Plaza, Electra and the Souk, all showcasing contemporary designs that provide visitors with a comprehensive shopping and entertainment experience. Furthermore, the Corniche has been extended by 600 meters, bringing its total length to 1.3 kilometers. These additional further enhances the mall's position as the largest shopping and entertainment destination in Bahrain. Several senior officials also attended the event. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the chairman of the Bahraini Journalists Association BJA Isa Shaiji and members of the association's board at Shufaa Palace. His Royal Highness underscored the central role of the national press in advancing the kingdom's development, noting that the role of journalists in delivering accurate information and showcasing Bahrain's wide-ranging achievements reflects the kingdom's progress and prosperity under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness commended Bahraini media professionals for their strong sense of national duty, noting that their credibility and professionalism helped drive the kingdom's development. Regarding the issuance of the Press and Electronic Media Law, the chairman and board members expressed their appreciation to His Royal Highness for his continued support, which played a pivotal role in the law's approval and its subsequent ratifications by His Majesty the King. They affirmed that the law constitutes an important milestone in strengthening the media sector and enhancing its legislative framework. His Royal Highness emphasized that the issuance of the law reflects Bahrain's commitment to advancing an accommodating legislative environment for the media, supporting the growth of the sector in line with its strategic aspirations. His Royal Highness noted that the law aligns with the broader process of development and modernization led by His Majesty the King, aimed at strengthening institutional governance and safeguarding freedom of opinion and expression. His Royal Highness commended the steadfast efforts of Bahraini journalists in carrying out their national duties, affirming that their loyalty, dedication and professionalism are reflected in the quality of their work and their service to the kingdom. His Royal Highness also commended the rich history of Bahraini journalism and the enduring contributions of its early pioneers, highlighting the breadth of national talent that drives the sector today and strengthens Bahrain's identity and values. For his part, the chairman of the BJA expressed appreciation for His Royal Highness's unwavering support of the national press, emphasizing that the support serves as a driving force motivating journalists to further contribute to the Kingdom of Bahrain's ongoing progress and development. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. The wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, Her Royal Highness Princess Abika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, sent a cable of congratulations to the member of the Supreme Council for Women, member of the Board of Directors of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, and the chairwoman of the Committee for Equal Opportunities and Gender Balance in Sports, Dr. Sheikha Hassa bint Khalid Al Khalifa, upon her selection as Vice President of the Union of Arab National Olympic Committees for the Women's Representation category. Her Royal Highness affirmed that this selection is added to the record of achievements of Bahraini women who have always been keen to present an honourable image in various events, drawing their vision from the royal aspirations of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Her Royal Highness praised Dr. Sheikha Hassa bint Khalid for her efforts in developing women's sports and for the qualitative accomplishments she has achieved in regional and international sporting arenas. Her Royal Highness also commended Sheikha Hassa's distinguished career, marked by continuous contributions characterized by progress and innovation. National Security Advisor, Royal Guard Commander and Secretary General of the Supreme Defence Council, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, directed to launch the second edition of the television program Gedha You Can Do It on Shahid platform for free, with 10 episodes starting from November the 13th. His Highness affirmed that the program aims to instill the values of loyalty, military training, self-discipline, teamwork and spirit of initiative in Bahraini youth. His Highness pointed out that the second edition is more challenging and in-depth, as it includes extensive field experiences that enables young people to discover their true abilities and teaches them patience, endurance, facing difficulties, creativity, challenge and leadership. His Highness added that the launch of this new edition is in line with the national approach to prepare a strong-willed Bahraini generation capable of facing various circumstances and ready to effectively shape the future of the nation. His Highness emphasized that the program program will offer advanced field experiences to develop mental and physical strength and highlight young role models capable of overcoming exceptional circumstances. His Highness praised the achievements of the program's first edition, which was a remarkable success, especially as it reflected Bahrain's status and role in creating youth initiatives. His Highness expressed appreciation to all those involved in preparing the program. The first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, the SCYS, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, congratulated His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister on Bahrain's selection to host the 2027 Arab Games for the first time in its history. His Highness also congratulated the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the SCYS, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, underscoring his role in positioning the kingdom as a regional hub for major sporting events. His Highness expressed appreciation to the General Assembly of the Union of Arab National Olympic Committees for its confidence in awarding Bahrain the hosting rights, emphasizing that the decision reflects the kingdom's growing reputation and the leadership's commitment to supporting sports and youth development. His Highness noted that Bahrain's successful bid to host the 2027 Arab Games marks a new milestone for Bahraini sports, highlighting the kingdom's growing capability to host major international events. His Highness noted that the kingdom will spare no effort to deliver an exceptional edition of the Games that strengthens Arab solidarity, promotes cooperation and showcases Arab youth talent. His Highness led Bahrain's delegation to the 23rd General Assembly of the Union of Arab National Olympic Committees held in Riyadh with the participation of Arab Olympic Committees heads and senior officials. His Highness received the official flag of the 2027 Arab Games, marking Bahrain's formal selection as host of the region's largest sporting event, a decision welcomed by member states as a testament to the kingdom's strong standing and proven organizational capabilities. The first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended Bahrain's senior national volleyball team match against Saudi Arabia at the 6th Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, which ended with Bahrain winning 3-1. His Highness expressed pride in the national team's outstanding performance, praising their fighting spirit and strong teamwork that led to this well-deserved victory. He noted that the win reflects the progress of Bahraini volleyball and its growing excellence, stressing the importance of maintaining unity and commitment throughout the tournament and wishing the team continued success. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairman of the High Committee of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club REHC, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, chaired the meeting of the REHC High Committee. His Highness highlighted the kingdom's continued advancements in the field of equestrian sports achieved through the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Highness emphasized the importance of implementing forward-looking development plans and programs that enhance the quality and competitiveness of horse racing, further strengthening the kingdom's position across various sporting sectors. His Highness underscored the importance of collective efforts to advance Bahrain's global standing in horse racing and its success in hosting prestigious equestrian events as the kingdom marks the inauguration of the 2025-26 racing season. His Highness wished success to all participants and REHC personnel in achieving the kingdom's development goals in the equestrian field. The committee reviewed the progress made in implementing the REHC's Master Development Plan, which includes the development of the main platform and the enhancement of infrastructure. These initiatives form part of the club's efforts to create a welcoming environment for participants and spectators alike, in line with the kingdom's ongoing development of the horse racing sector and to build upon the successes achieved in hosting local and international championships. Regarding the club's organization of the 7th edition of the Bahrain International Trophy GR2, scheduled to be held on 14th of November 2025, the committee reviewed the ongoing preparations and organizational arrangements for this prestigious international event. The review came as part of efforts to enhance organizational performance, to ensure the success of the event and further reinforce Bahrain's global standing in the equestrian arena. The committee also reviewed mechanisms to enhance investment opportunities that support financial sustainability, strengthen the REHC's capacity to implement plans and projects, and advance developments related to administrative and organizational matters. The Shura Council held its weekly session presided over by its chairman Ali Al-Saleh, during which members reviewed several reports. The council agreed to refer the response to the royal address to the committee for amendments before submission to His Majesty the King. It also approved the law ratifying the Mecca Convention on Anti-Corruption Cooperation among OIC member states. Additionally, the council discussed proposed amendments to the real estate rent law to strengthen property rights and balance the relationship between landlords and tenants. A meeting was held between the Legislative Authority and the government team to review the efforts and measures taken by the Ministry of Labour to provide job opportunities for citizens. The meeting was chaired by Representatives Council Speaker Ahmed Al-Msalem, Shura Council Chairman Ali Al-Saleh, and the Minister of Shura and Representatives Council's Affairs Ghanem Al-Bahrain, in the presence of the Minister of Legal Affairs and Acting Minister of Labour Yusuf Khalaf. Al-Msalem praised the royal directives to harness all efforts for the benefit of Bahraini citizens, affirming the Council's keenness to support the government's efforts to meet citizens' aspirations and achieve job stability. He hailed the constructive cooperation and positive interaction of the private sector in this regard to achieve community partnership and support the kingdom's directives. For his part, Saleh praised the guidance and initiative of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to offer 3 job opportunities to job seekers registered with the Ministry of Labour, hailing the ministry's efforts in this regard. He also praised the fruitful cooperation and coordination between the Ministry of Labour, the Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and many national companies and private institutions to provide job opportunities for national cadres. For his part, Minister Khalaf affirmed that Bahrain continues to open wider horizons for investment in national human resources, enabling them to participate effectively in the comprehensive development process by integrating them into various productive sectors in the labour market. He praised the Legislative Authority's support for such national initiatives, stressing that this initiative has increased the number of job vacancies on the national employment platform. The Interior Minister General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa received the Minister of Interior of Oman, Sayyid Ahmed bin Faisal Al Busaidi, for the police fort.
حرس شرف تعظيم سلام سلام قف.
Upon arrival, the Omani minister was greeted by an honor guard with the Deputy Interior Minister, the Chief of Public Security, and several senior officials in attendance. The Interior Minister welcomed his Omani counterpart and the accompanying delegation, noting that the visit reflected the deep-rooted and fraternal ties between Bahrain and Oman under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq of Oman. Sheikh Rashid highlighted that the accelerating security challenges in the region underscore the need to to strengthen cooperation and joint work mechanisms within the framework of the existing security agreements between the two countries. They praised the level of coordination achieved, particularly in countering organized and cross-border crime. For his part, Minister al-Busaidi commended the long-standing and brotherly relations between Oman and Bahrain, affirming the shared commitment to advancing cooperation in all areas, especially in the security domain. He underlined the importance of continued exchanges between the two sides to unify efforts, enhance coordination and confront current and future security challenges. The two ministers discussed several security-related topics aimed at deepening cooperation, improving operational coordination and building on previous achievements to strengthen joint capabilities in the face of regional and international developments. At the conclusion of the visit, the ministers exchanged commemorative gifts. The Omani minister also signed the visitor's book, expressing his appreciation for the warm welcome and productive discussions that reinforced the strong ties between the two countries and its people. The Ministry of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture signed agreements to allocate 6 agricultural plots to Bahraini farmers in Hurat Ali. The Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture, Engineer Wael Mbarak, and the Secretary General of the National Initiative for Agricultural Development, the NIAD, Sheikh Maram bint Isa Al Khalifa, attended the signing. The Minister affirmed that the initiative supports the vision of His Majesty the King to strengthen food security and develop the agricultural sector, and in implementation of the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to empower Bahraini farmers. He also highlighted the support of Her Royal Highness Wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Advisory Council of NIAD. Al Mbarak noted that the ministry is providing the plots with essential infrastructure, including treated and desalinated water and irrigation network, as part of its strategy to expand sustainable agriculture and boost local production. Sheikh Maram bint Isa said that the allocation reflects close cooperation between the ministry and NIAD to help farmers expand production, enhance efficiency and strengthen their role in national food security. She emphasized that its ongoing support for farmers through land provision, agricultural services and development programs. The Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf Nawaf Al-Maouda and the Minister of Hajj and Umrah of Saudi Arabia, Tawfiq Al-Rabi'a, signed the 1447 Hajj agreement as a part of the final preparations for the upcoming Hajj season. The signing took place during Minister Al-Maouda's participation in the 5th edition of the Hajj and Umrah Service Conference and Exhibition held in Saudi Arabia. The Minister commended the efforts of the custodian of the two holy mosques and His Royal Highness the Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He also commended the efforts of the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah of Saudi Arabia in cooperation with the Pilgrims Experience Program in Saudi Arabia for organizing the conference, which serves as an advanced platform for exchanging expertise, showing best practices within the Hajj system and highlighting innovative initiatives focusing on modern technologies. Al-Maouda further noted that this success builds on the achievements of previous conferences, which have become a destination for stakeholders and those interested in Hajj affairs from around the world, as well as an opportunity to explore the future of the Hajj service system. Iskan Bank announced signing a joint financing agreement worth 250 million Bahraini dinars in cooperation with a number of national, regional and international commercial banks. The Minister of Housing and Urban Planning and Chairperson of Iskan Bank's Board of Directors, Amna Ramehi, affirmed that the signing of the agreement comes within the framework of the ongoing partnership with private sector institutions to support efforts to providing housing services to citizens. She noted that the activation of the joint financing agreement will enhance the bank's ability to continue implementing housing initiatives and programs. The General Manager of Iskan Bank, Abdullah Talib, said that this agreement represents an important step in enabling the bank to continue achieving its goals and meeting the housing needs of citizens in various governorates of the kingdom. Under this agreement, the National Bank of Bahrain will coordinate the financing agreement with a number of banks to provide the necessary financing and banking facilities to support plans and programs aimed at providing housing services to citizens. The Minister of Tourism, Fatma Sayrafi, led Bahrain's delegation at the Executive Council of the United Nations World Tourism Organization (UNWTO) in Riyadh. Sayrafi highlighted Bahrain's commitment to aligning its tourism sector goals with global trends, supporting the implementation of the Tourism Strategy 2022-26. She also noted that the Middle East recorded a 29% growth in tourism compared to pre-pandemic levels, the strongest performance among all regions worldwide. Sayrafi noted that this growth highlights the strength of the region's tourism sector and its growing contributions to the global economy, emphasizing the importance of international cooperation to achieve sustainable development. The 24th session of the Executive Council agenda covered strategic issues concerning the future of global tourism and its development amid rapid technological exchange. The discussions focused on expanding partnerships, strengthening governance, promoting sustainability, and fostering innovation in the sector. The Council also reviewed the strategic plan for sustainable tourism aimed at positioning tourism as a key driver of global economic development and recovery, alongside the implementation of the 2024-25 General Work Programme. The Bahrain Institute for Political Development, BIPD, organized a panel discussion as part of the National Pathways Program. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the BIPD, Dr. Ali Ramehi, emphasized the importance of leaders in state institutions adhering to the values and foundations of a unifying national identity based on religion, authentic Arab values, and inherited Bahraini customs. He stressed that true leadership embodies national responsibility before it is an administrative position, and reviewed a number of leadership themes drawn from practical experience. He highlighted the relationship between leadership and the media, reviewing the reality of the media at the global and Arab levels in terms of figures and the challenges associated with credibility and social media. The Kingdom of Bahrain has won another bronze medal at the 6th Islamic Solidarity Games held in the Saudi capital Riyadh, as Kirby Gerbekov won the bronze medal in the judo competition, defeating his Egyptian rival Abdurrahman Mohammed in the under 81 kilogram weight class.